Good morning, coming to you from the car office this morning. Really heavily on my mind today is the whole topic of self-esteem. There are so many people that I have come into contact with, including myself, that from time to time or all the time suffer from really, really low self-esteem, and they have that little voice in their head that, someone will compliment them, but then that little voice in their head will kind of pop off and say, well, no, you're not, and you have this problem or you have that problem or whatever else it is. I am going to kind of refocus the pulling people out of darkness and depression, not to get away from pull-ups and things like that, but really going to focus on self-esteem. And the people that I've talked to over the last couple days, many people, whether it be in text or on phone or messaging or whatever, I find them in a place where they have been either beaten down over a long period of time, or they have been successful, and while being successful, they have always questioned why me and why success, and worried that someone will find them out or find their real self. And that's why I posted the other day with a beautiful picture of that owl kind of looking out. I posted it because it's such an interesting thing that we have this false self that we need to really work on. We need to really push that false self out of our hearts, out of our minds, and really focus on what our strengths are, and focus on our strengths. Look at our weaknesses as something that we can grow or strengthen, and really stop worrying about what other people think. Because if we worry about what other people think, or if we listen for a long time to someone that's trying to push us down or break us down, then that can be a real problem. And I know some of you will say, well, I can't escape this relationship that I'm in with someone else, or I can't change my childhood, or I can't change my work environment where it's so negative. True, but you can change how you view yourself in those environments, and you can change who you are and how you manifest yourself within yourself, if that makes sense. So, trying to get rid of that got that sun coming in. So focus is changing a little bit, because I'm finding, and it's no epiphany, it's reality. We've been able to affect hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of people with, doing push-ups for veteran suicide awareness. We've been able to affect some teenagers. Suicide affects everyone, and there's one common denominator in all of this. I know when I felt at my darkest, when I lost 3 years ago, I took a job that I thought was going to pay just the most amazing amount of money and future, and gave me a chance to create and all that. Then it turned out to be nothing. It didn't pay me. It threw me into what I thought was a situation of not being able to provide for my family. It's true, I wasn't able to, but it took a toll on my self-esteem. But it took a real situation for me to be jarred, to say, no, I'm perfectly fine. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my hardest. And gosh darn it, it's the old skit that Saturday Night used to do. I'm a good person, or I forgot his name. I can't even remember his name. Somebody will remember. But I'm a good person, and I'm this and I'm that. We really have to strengthen our own resolve. We have to do it. Yes, there are people out there that will help you. In my case, I didn't have anybody. It was my own resolve. that brought me around. And in some of your cases, it will be that. In other cases, it'll be someone that says something. It's someone that does something. Someone that befriends you, that helps you. I've rambled a little bit, but hopefully I've made some sense. This is all about self-esteem. And everything that I do, I realized last night, everything I do is to strengthen your self-esteem and mine. By doing what I'm doing, I strengthen mine. There are things that I have to work on. There are things that everybody has to work on. But to know your value, to understand your value, is the most important thing that I can do to help motivate people. So 13 pull-ups is the motivation for me to show you that we can all do it. You may not be able to do a pull-up, but you might be able to run. You might be able to spend some time alone by yourself to contemplate how wonderful you are to your children, your kids, your grandkids, your work partners, whoever it might be, your spouse. Do something today that will inspire and motivate yourself and work on your self-esteem. Build your self-esteem. Build your value. You understand your value. I think a lot of people out there understand your value as well. Your value is something that you have to understand, that you have to embrace. So no more, we can have a pity party, but have it for just a bit and then strengthen that resolve. Find something that'll strengthen you. That's why I always tell people, find something that moves them every day. Move yourself every day, somehow. Whether it be 13 pull-ups exercise, whether it be an intellectual conversation with someone, whether it be an emotional conversation with someone or connection with someone, whether it be a spiritual sense of going to church, organized religion, unorganized, energy, matter, whatever it might be. 7 minutes is a long time. I hope some people will watch this, because I'm not perfect and I am in nowhere, shape, or form the guru on self-esteem. But there's something about it, and there's something about my path and my destination that has to do with that and the ability to help people realize their worth. I understand that. What I hope you'll understand is that you can do the same thing to yourself and to others. It's important. It's important that you're saved and everyone else is saved. There's too many people taking their own lives. Too many people taking their own lives. And sometimes, many instances, they don't understand their value. They don't understand their impact, their personal influence on other people. If they really knew, if we really would tell them and talk to them about that, we might be able to save them. We can't save everyone. There might be someone that's just they're going to die, and that's the way it is. But the majority of the people can be saved and can save themselves. Have a great day. Be back with some pull-ups, even going to do some push-ups, probably from the St. Pete County Sheriff's Office. They've lost 3 officers in the last, I guess, month. That's horrible. To different, not in the line of duty deaths, but some other things. Anyway, stay with me. Share posts if they're not long like this one. Motivate others. Share, throw out, like. Build people up. Pull people out of darkness and depression and help them with their self-esteem. Remember, it's all about the bend. It really is. Bowed Not Broken is just that. Faith, courage, and endurance. The first part of that is faith. Having faith in yourself. Now, how you build that faith to move on is your own journey, is your own experiences, your own strength, and how you do that.